stack and queue using linked list. Okay, so already we have discussed about this stack using linked list also. Once you are clear with this linked list, then it's able to implement whatever may be the data structure. So this is an auxiliary data structure. Okay, so this is an auxiliary data structure which were used to implement either the primary data structure stack or queue. Okay, so that's what the syllabus also is framed for you like that. So in single linked list, you have seen there are two information. Okay, we have very much elaborately seen how the algorithm works for insertion, deletion, intermediate insertion or intermediate deletion. Okay, the same thing you are going to do in the double linked list, but a small change is that where in case of double linked list we have or in a node of double linked list you have three parts. Okay, in case of single linked list you have two parts, that's all you can find out here. So so this is a three information field of a node in a double linked list. Three fields. One is left link. Okay, then middle part is called data part and the right part is called right link. Okay, here the link represents the what? It's a pointer. Keep in mind it's a pointer. It stores address of data type struct node. Okay, it stores address of data type struct node. That's it. So from the name itself we can tell left link means left link field will hold the address of the previous node. That's all. Previous node's address. Right link will hold the address of the successor node. Successor node's address. Okay. So why this is used? Why we are moving from single linked list to double linked list, right? So what is the advantage? Okay, I can traverse from either side. I can traverse in case of double linked list in either side, either frontwards or as well as the backwards also I can traverse, right? So this is the main advantage of the double linked list. Okay, that's what it's written, bidirectional traversing. Bidirectional traversing. So this is the pictorial representation of the double linked list. Okay, so they don't bother with the stack. So this is an example of taken where you are implementing the stack using linked list. Okay, so just you generally see that this is the example of double linked list, right? So I don't want to waste time on this also, right? So I want to give a just a give glimpse on this. That's all, because we have seen elaborately on the single linked list. I don't want to waste the same time here, right? So when you take the first node, okay, so this is called what? Left link. This is called what? Left link, and this is right link. Okay, right link stores the address of the successor node's address. Okay, so why here X? What is this? X represents the null. Null represents nothing but there is no previous node in for this node, particular current node. So this is the current node. The current node is 10. So always 10 means it nothing but it represents the information of a node. 20. Node 20 means what? Second node. Node 30, it is what? Third node. Okay, in this example. So here X represents null. So it means that there is no previous node for this given node. Okay, that's all. There's no doubt in that. And we have a separate start pointer variable, okay, of data type struct node, which holds the address of the starting node of a given double linked list. Okay, So that's what this means. Okay, always stores the start, always stores the address of the first node of a double linked list, right? If there is no node at all, it means that it holds the, for example, there is no node. Consider that there is no node in the linked list, a node at all, very fresh, very first. Okay, it means that it will have what? X. So this is start. It means that from this you can understand that there is no node in the double linked list. That's all. So this represents. Okay. And the same thing, what are the basic operation? Whenever you take any data structure, these are the basic operation you have to study. There's no compromise on that. How to create, insert, delete, traverse, right? So this operation varies, or the naming conversion varies, depends upon the data structure, right? We take stack, push pop, queue, enqueue, dequeue. That's all. So in case of double linked list, you are telling only the insertion, deletion. That's all. Traversing or display, anything you can use. Traversing is that visiting every node of the double linked list. So these are the basic operations of a double linked list. And again, this is very much important. This is very much important. You have, so very first, if you want to create a double node in a double linked list, first you have to define the structure. What is the structure of the node, right? You know that it is 3 fields, right? Very well. Here it is 3 fields. So from this I can declare a structure data type. I can define the structure of this linked list using C program. Here I am using the C language here. Okay, so like struct d-link list star left. In previous single node, what we have, struct linked list star next. That's all. You just remember struct linked list star next and data part in the single linked list. But in case of double linked list, one more member in this struct d-linked list. Okay, nothing but star right. Okay, so you have 3 fields in a node of a double linked list, right? So now no doubt in this. Just moving to the next slide. This is how we are going to declare a structure of a given node. So creating a double linked list with n number of nodes. So very first, you're creating a linked list. Okay, 1 second, Bob. Please hold on a minute. Yes, well, let us resume the class. So this is how you are creating a node in the double linked list with n number of nodes. Okay, you can have any number of nodes until what? Until you have enough memory space. Okay, as much as nodes you can create if there is enough memory in the RAM, right, or heap. So from this you can tell that the first node previous field is null, and the last node right field is null. See, this is what you have to remember. That's it. Okay, when they ask in examination for 10 mark or 13 mark, your maximum mark is 13 mark, or they may ask write a note on or discuss on double linked list. Okay, what you have to do, first you have to tell what is double linked list, what is the advantage, then draw the example of double linked list. This is the example. You can draw this linked list. Okay, So draw this double linked list. Then you can tell the operations in a double linked list. Okay, so for each and every operation you can write an algorithm. If time algorithm, then if time permits, you can draw the diagram also. So based depends upon the marks only, depends upon the mark. They're asking for 7 marks, so you can write one, you can draw only the what, just example of double linked list. Then you can tell the operation. That's it enough. So it depends upon the mark, you have to explain part. That's all. So from this diagram I can tell this is a double linked list. Okay. Next. So the same operation, I'm going to do some insertion in double linked list. So when you tell about insertion, you have to study about all the 3 types. What are the 3 types? One is at the beginning, okay, and second at the end, third one is at the intermediate position. So we all these 3 have been discussed, elaborated in single linked list. Okay, now I will tell what are the updations should be done. Okay, what are the updations should be done. So very first I'm going to see, this is the given node. So the given this is a given double linked list. Okay, now I want to insert a new node, right? New node means here what, this is the new node. So this is the new node. Okay, so what I have to do, I have to call the get node function, right? So you have clearly seen the get node function. In get node function, what it will do, in get node function you will have malloc function. So just remember, everyone just try to remember what is written in the get node function. In a get node function, you will create a new node. How will you create a new node? By allocating memory. What is the function used? malloc, right? malloc, that is a function used to allocate memory. So once the memory is allocated, you will pass that address. Okay, you will pass the address of the newly created node to the new node, right? New node variable, new node pointer variable, right? So once it is stored, now let me write here. So this is new node, a pointer variable. Okay, what it holds, the address of the newly created. What is the newly created node? 40. So that is the address is what? 400. Okay, while so all so what are the values to be assigned in the new node? That also will be written in what? Get node function, right? That also should be done in the get node function itself. How can I assign? Since so how will I assign? Just I'll put what? Previous field, new node. Let me write new node. I'll type in the whiteboard. So what you will write? New node dot arrow operator, arrow left equal to null. Okay, then new node what, data equal to, for example, 40. This 40 you got from user. Let it be, you can assign variable also, that you can write it. New node, see whatever I'm writing here, that is written in the get node function. Just try to remember what, it's very important. Write RAGST. So this what I will do in the get node function. So before writing before this, what will have, before this 3 lines will have malloc function. Yes. So once it is done, it will be like X. So once it is done, it will be like, instead of 100, it will be X only. Why? Because we assign the right field as null. So this is done. Next, what you have to do. So now this new node, now this new node becomes what? The first node. Okay. So what is the new node address? 400. I know very well. That should be stored in the what? So earlier, can anyone tell what is the address of this? Before inserting new node, what is the value of this start pointer variable? Can anyone type in the chat box? I hope I am audible, and yes, one guy is replying. 100, very good. Yes. So it is 100. So because node 10 is the starting node, so that address is stored in the start pointer. Let it be 100. So previously, I am telling about the previous case, it will be 100. Okay. Now what should I do? Now I should update this 100. See, what are the updates should be done? I should change the value of start variable. I should change the value of what? Let me draw here. This is a new node. So this is okay. So it is pointing. Let it be pointing to. So what are the updates should be done? I should change the variable start pointer variable 1. Second is what? I have to change the right. Okay. I have to change the right of what? I have to change the right link of the new node. And one more thing, what? Previously it will be what? It will be X, no? I'm erasing. Previously it will be X. Why? Because this is the first node at the initial. So I have to change this also. Why? Because this becomes the second node. It has to, this node 10, node 10's left link should store the address of the previous node. Now who is becoming the previous node? First node, right? Sorry, newly created node. So newly created node becomes the previous node of the node 10. So what I have to do? I have to update the value of this also. So 3 updation I should do. Keep in mind, I have to do 3 changes. So these are the 3 changes. So there should be some. We have to follow some what the some hierarchy also, right? So simply I cannot update randomly, right? The values. So which one should be done first? Which should be done second? So there comes the picture. Simply I cannot directly I cannot change the value of here. Simply I cannot, very first I can do. So what I have to do? First I will change the. I will update the variable of the right field. So I can update here. Let me erase. So what I'm doing, this is null, no? I'm updating with the start pointer. Okay, I'm updating with the start pointer, right? What shall I do? I will write new node tends what? New node tends right equal to start. So once I do, like I repeat, new node tends right equal to start. So start value is 100. That 100 is stored here. So that 100 is stored here. So I'm updating the null value as 100. That's all. Okay, one is updated. Okay. Second one. So what is this one? So earlier it was null, right? So it has to be updated, right? So what? How can I call this? How can I call this? Can anyone tell how can I access this field? Can anyone reply? How can I access this variable? Right now, I'm telling about the right current scenario. How can I access this field? Anyone guys, please reply. I need your reply. If you understand this means, that's all. See, I want to update the, initially it was what? X, no? This initially it was I'm writing initially it was X. Now I should update with 400. So what is the condition? What is the thing? So I want to update this with 400. No. So first I want to access this field. What is the syntax to access this field according to the current scenario? Guys, are you there? Are you able to follow me? Let me pause the recording.
Have made partial payments or if they have not paid any fees. So I am requesting now today that you have to contact your mentors immediately after this class. Maybe if it is required, I will suspend all the class. I request you to contact your mentors, and today being the last date for paying the fees without fine. So kindly update to your mentors, and I want all the students to interact with your mentors today only. Second thing is we have been posting few opportunities and a few informations related to courses which are offered free, and all this information are communicated through the group. I think one of your student, I think Gaurav Jain, has been selected for Lido Learning. So congratulations to Gaurav Jain, who has joined recently, 1 week before, but he has got an offer from Lido as an intern. So if he is there, congratulations from the department side. So I request other students also kindly be interactive in the class. Kindly make use of all the opportunities which is coming on your way. Don't miss any of the opportunities, because few parents are even not aware what their wards are doing. So yesterday or recently we had an interaction with one of the parent. I observed that parents had a wrong impression about the department, but after I have interacted with the parents, I think there may be small minor changes. So I request students kindly communicate to your parents also about things which are happening within the department. It is the only department where we are giving internship for third semester students. Kindly understand, it is only department where we are giving opportunities for internship for third semester students. And we have been continuously interacting with you. And from your side, we are also expecting feedbacks, which is not coming. Last week I came and made an announcement that kindly give feedbacks, and I have been posting in the WhatsApp group, kindly give feedbacks for the day. But I am seeing after looking at the feedbacks on Saturday, I observed that only 4 or 5 students are only giving the feedbacks. Are you facing any challenge, or any of the pressure is on your side that not to give feedbacks? Class representatives, kindly make a note of this, because I am not getting any feedbacks of the classes which are happening. So feedbacks are only for improvement, and if you don't want to suggest for improvement, then I'll leave it to you, because tomorrow you should not come and tell to us that, sir, this faculty I did not understand, or this class I did not understand, I had issue with this class. All this, if you are not able to give in the feedback form, then how we will go and improve the system? So this is your responsibility also. I request each and every student to take this as a priority job. Kindly give feedbacks at end of the day, so that we can communicate to the faculty saying that, okay, at this point the students are expecting something more, or this is what is the better you are doing. So students are appreciating your efforts. So if you are not giving the feedbacks, how I can project to the faculties, or how you can expect the improvement, or if you are getting better, then what additional things you are expecting from the faculties? So I request each and every student to interact with your faculties also, and kindly give the feedbacks for the classes which are happening. And apart from that, all the opportunities we are creating for you students only, and kindly make use of all those opportunities. Apart from that, if you have any concerns, we have already informed class representatives to collect the information. So I request class representatives to be very active with the students, interact with your peers, get the information to the class teachers. because I'm not getting any communication from your side. Until unless you give us the communication, we are not going to improve. Or if it is a better, I request, we'll appreciate the efforts from the faculties or efforts from the student side also. So, but today I request, today being the last date for payment of the fees. So if you have made any partial payment or if you have not paid any fees, kindly connect to your parents after this class. So this is a request from my side. I think I'll leave to class teacher now. Class teacher, sir, you can also explain to students.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So in now or end of the class, sir.
After the end
Hello?
of this class,
Okay.
let them interact with their mentor, sir,
Okay,
because
sir.
they
Yes.
have to tell the mentor what is happening, because I'm not getting any inputs from the other side. The student should also interact now.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Sure,
So
sir.
as
Mentors
long
are
as I
interacting.
am aware about what is happening, I cannot take a decision now. Correct, sir?
Yes, yes, sir. Sure, sir.
So I
Yes,
request
sir.
students, after this class, kindly interact with your mentor, inform whatever the fees paid you have done. If you are keeping your receipts, kindly bring it to the notice of your mentor. And I want all this to be done before end of the day today. But after this, I want you to interact with your mentors. Saravanan sir?
Yes, yes, sir. Okay, sir. Sure, sir.
Hello?
Sir, I can hear, sir.
Okay. Okay. So just communicate to students.
Yes, sir.
I'll get back to you after this class.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Thank
Sorry
you,
for
sir.
disturbing, sir.
Oh, no issue, sir. No issue. Thank you. Guys, are you there? Yeah. So I hope you are aware of the today is the last date of payment of fees, right? That's what we are keep on insisting. So just communicate with your mentors what is happening. Okay, what is the challenge you are facing, or things to your mentors. Okay. So let me resume with the class. Let me resume with the class. I don't want. Okay. So coming back to the class, guys, come back to the class. What is the time now? 9:04. So what should be done, right? I told the second update. The second update is I want to access the particular field, right? I want to access this field. So what is the syntax to access this field? What is the syntax to access this field? Now you can tell me. Guys, are you there? Start variable only while inserting at the beginning only we have to update the start variable. Now start variable is used to what? To, like, using the start variable, I will traverse until the end of the last node. When I will stop, it is when I will come to know that it is the last node, that the right field of a current node is null, then I conclude that it is the last node. There I will do the updation. See, before that, so this is the newly created node. 40 is a newly created node. Okay, so we have created some node. Initially, it will be like this, right? So it will be x40. Okay, so what are the updation you have to do? What are the updation? I should not change the right part. This is the end of node. This is 400. What is the first updation? I have to do this one. Yeah, this is the first updation. You have to do this one. Second updation, I have to do this. Second updation. Say earlier it was, this was what? Earlier this was x. Earlier this will be x because this is the last node. It will be x. Now I am updating this x with the 400. Why? Because 400 where comes? This is the new node's address. 400 comes from the new node address. So these are the two updation I will do, and for this you will use while loop, right? Temp tense what you can use like this, right? Let me just share on the whiteboard. Temp, sorry. While what you will write, I will just pass the address. What temp equal to temp equal to start. Just I will pass the starting address to the temporary variable that you know very well. Just I am drawing here. Okay, just I am passing the start variable to the temp variable. Next, what will I do? I will write the while loop. What in the while loop I will write? While temp tends, what is the right? Yes, right. Only I have to check the right. Why? Because right is null. Then I conclude that okay, it is the last node. What is it? Where is the next line? Null equal to. So this is the condition I have to write. If it is not equal to null means, so what I have to do? I have to proceed to the next node. Okay, this coding you can observe from the single linked list. Same thing out right. If it is true, if this is true, okay, then I have to move further. Next, go to the successor node. Okay, right. So these are the two I should do. So very first, what will I do? I'll just once I reach, how can I store this 300? Can anyone tell here now how this 300 is stored here? Anyone please? Anyone please? Just type in the chat box. I want the syntax. I want the syntax. How this 300 is stored here? Consider that the 300 is stored in the temp right now. Consider that this 300 is right now stored in the temp. It comes to start. I know I can't understand. New node tends left. Okay, equal to temp. That's very good. Sorry, what some student has replied that it comes to start. I'm not clear with your answer. Okay, I'll tell the answer. Just one student has posted. I'll just copy and paste it here. Paste in the thing. So this is what new node left equal to temp. That's all. Temp is nothing but 300. So this is one updation. What is the other updation? What second one? I should update. What is the second one? Temp equal to what? New node. That's all. So these are the updation I have to do in the inserting a node at the end. Okay. I hope this is clear. If you're clear means I can move to the next operation. Yes, thank you. I hope everyone clear with this operation, inserting a node at the end. So similarly at the intermediate position. So what are the updations to be done? Right? So how many updations should be done? 1, 2, 3, 4. See, in this intermediate position, you have to update 4 updation. 4 updations should be done. Okay. 4 updations should be done. You have any doubt in this? Shall we proceed to the next thing? So just you have to know what are the updations. That's enough. Guys, can you give a reply? It will be helpful for me. If you give a reply, it will be helpful for me that you are clear in this concept. Yes, okay. Others, please reply, Pa. Others, are you there? I want everyone's reply. I don't know if others are keeping quiet. If you say yes means at least it will be good for me, so that I can proceed to the next thing. Guys, I want some more reply, Pa. Guys. Yes, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So in case of intermediate position, you have to update 4 fields. That's all. So you have to keep in this way. So in this way, you have to study the concepts. Okay, what are the updations should be done? Okay, again deleting, right? Deleting a node in a given double linked list. So again, the same operation at the beginning, at the end, at the intermediate position, same three. See, all three things you have to study for. They may ask anything because since you are from computer science department, okay, they may ask only concentrate on intermediate position. Okay, you should be able to explain in a such a position, should be able to explain all the operations. Okay, that's important. So, so here when you are deleting a node, you have to call the free function, right? Whenever you're deleting a node, you will call that free function. So what you are passing argument to the free function? Temp. Okay, so temp is the variable I'm going to delete. Okay, yes. Let me show in the pictorial representation. So earlier, what this one? So what are the updations should be done here? What are the updations? One is start variable. Earlier it was 100. Keep in mind, earlier this was 100. So I should make this 100 to 200. One thing. Second thing is this one. Earlier this was what? Can you tell what is the value of this field before deletion? Before deletion is 100. Very good. Before deletion. Okay, before deletion is 100. So I need to update this also. That's all. Only two changes I have to do. Right? The third one, after updating, you should not forget to call the function what? Free. That is very much important. Okay, they will look on this free function only in the delete operation. Okay, the examiner will look on the free function whether you have called the free function or not. It means that if you are not using free function also, it will work. That's no problem then. But why you are using free function? We are effectively or efficiently using the memory. So that is the reason we are calling the free function. Okay. Without free function order also it will work. No problem. At the end, so this is the coding. So at the end, how will you proceed to the end of the list? See. Once you study the insert, that's all. Once you study the insert at the end, then nothing is there in what? Deleting at the end. So this always keep in mind. Using while loop, you are visiting each and every node until you find the right field of the given node is null. For that, you are using while loop. Okay. Then again intermediate. This is deleting a node at the end and intermediate position. Okay. See, that's what I told. Depends upon the user. Depends on the programmer. They may use different variables, different methods to delete the intermediate node. For example, in the previous class, for single linked list, we used pointer and pre-pointer. I hope you remember. Pointer and pre-pointer. Pointer and pre-pointer. Here they are using some other variable. Here they are using position. Right? See, always they are using here the position, like first node is position 1. Okay. Or second node is position 2. Okay, so it depends upon the position they are deleting a node at the intermediate position. You have any doubt in this also, guys? Intermediate. See, better to follow. I will share the notes for this linked list. Okay, I will share the notes. The PDF material is there. Okay, where you can find a clear picture on all the algorithm. Okay, whatever we discuss for the single linked list, the same thing will be given for the double linked list. I'll share that PDF by this end of this week. Once we complete this second unit, I'll share that PDF, linked list PDF. Just go through it. It's more than enough for your examination. Okay, more than enough for examination. So this is the intermediate portion we are deleting. And what are the other operation? Traversal. Okay, from left to right. One more thing is there, from right to left also possible. So that is the advantage of the what? Double linked list. Okay, so if you want to, if you are, for example, if you are at the middle of the double linked list, for example, if you are at the middle of the double linked list, okay, if you can able to proceed what, backwards as well as the front also. So that is the advantage. I can traverse either side, right? For that, so what is the logic, right? So there are two ways. One is what, left to right and right to left. You see just the coding how they are following. Well, if the list is empty, in see, keep in mind always you have to check whether the empty list is empty or not. Either you are inserting a node in the double linked list or deleting a node in the double linked list. You have to check this condition part. It is mandatory one. This is very much mandatory. They will check for the examiner. Will check for this also, whether you are checking the linked list empty or not. If at all not there, if the list is empty, if you keep on writing the coding to delete or insert, then obviously they will find that okay, this guy is not aware of the concept. Simply is like mug upping the concept, by hearting the concept, and just writing into the paper. They will, whenever you delete a node or insert node, just keep in mind always you put a if condition. If start is equal to null. Okay, just put a condition, that's good. Okay, and put display that list is empty or not. That's simple. If it is not list is not empty, you can traverse like this. No, just variable to start temp, then again temp is not equal to null. Yes, it is not equal to null only. Maybe some value. Just your printing. No, how you are printing? Print. I'll use here. Print this one. Only I want to print the data part, right? Temp tends data. Once it is done, what I have to do? I have to just I will show here. See, once I print 10, consider that let it be like printing display. Instead of deleting, I'm displaying. Displaying. This is display function. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I want to print 10, 20, 30. So what happens, 10 is printed. I want to access the second node, right? Second node's value is 20. I want to print 20 now. I want to print 20. For accessing 20, what should I do? To print 20, what should I do? Can anyone tell? So I printed 10 first. Okay, next I want to print 20. Next I want to print 20. So what should I do? Guys, can anyone reply? What is the changes I have to do? Now the temp value is 100. Keep in mind. Now the temp is 100 because I have printed what? 10 now. Now I want to print 20. I want to print 20. Now I want to print 20. So how will I print the 20 now? Guys, are you there? Can you give a reply? What syntax I should write? Guys, what should I write? I want to access the next. I want to access the successor node. Successor node is what? Address is what? 200, right? 200. So what should I do? Temp equal to temp tends right. That's all. So temp equal to temp tends right. Okay. So this is what first I have to do. That's what is written there. I'll show here. See, this is the line written there. So next I have to move. Once I printed 10, this prints 10. This prints 10. Okay, done. Okay, this prints 10. Next, I want to move to the successor next node. For moving to the node, I use this one. I use temp equal to temp tends data. Temp tends right. Okay, you should not interchange these two lines. But keep in mind, you should not interchange these two lines as you wish. First, you have to print the data. Then only you have to move to the next node. For moving to the next node, you have to use this line. You should not interchange this data. Keep it in mind. Then totally your the display operation will be in some other way. The data will be there, but the displaying will be different. Okay. So like this, you can move from right to left also possible. For right to left, what you will do? For right to left, just instead of right, what you will do? See, right to left. For this is from right to left. What they are doing? It is left here. Previously it was right. Now it becomes what? Left. That's all, small change. Okay. Shall we close the class, guys? Understood with the July 27. So you know what is the date. So we didn't block any students. Okay, we don't want push the students into such situation. Okay, we don't want that thing and all. Okay, so today is the last date. Today and without fine is the last date. I don't know how much fine they're going to put. I don't know about that. Okay, keep it in mind and discuss with the mentor, so parents. Okay, this is what happening. Okay, just do it. Okay, thank you.